Today we're planning to talk about, is it rude or not rude to gesture to a deaf person? Hey guys! Anyways, today we're talking about, is it rude or not rude to gesture to a deaf person? Well, I think you're gonna be talking most about this one. So if somebody didn't know sign language, would you rather them gesture or use something like texting or writing, like another way? Yeah, when I see people gesture to you, you seem to be more comfortable. Yeah, more comfortable than with text, because text is very dry, like it's not intimate at all. That's true. I don't know, it's hard when you know sign language. You know, you want to use signs. It's really hard to just go back to blank slate. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really remember because I was just so encapsulated with being like with you, and I guess I was just very expressive anyways. Encapsulated with being like with you, and I guess I was just very expressive anyways. But yeah, when we first met, it was, you know, mostly gesturing, and I would just use my hands a lot. But like, you know, pointing or just any way I could. I wasn't the best at gesturing, like, you know that game, Gestures or not Pictionary, was it the acting game? Or Heads Up? You know, Heads Up, you have to act things out. Like, if you're good at that game, you'll be good at gesturing. I was never really good at that game, but I was able to gesture anyways, and he was able to understand me while I was trying to learn sign language at the same time. Yeah. I do. Sometimes if I'm like really into it, I mouth words. Anyways, so you know how it's like a sensitive topic because people don't want to offend a deaf person by gesturing. So what's an example of something that is rude that you shouldn't be doing when you gesture? They're just kind of like, oh, I know what this is. Mimic. You mean like they mock sign language. Because those people, they just don't know. You know, most of the time people just don't know if it's offensive or not. They're just trying to like bond with you or connect with you, and that's how they, you know, do that. But you have to educate them and say, you know, no, that's not really appropriate. It's a little bit hurts people's feelings. And gesture, like try to use actual hand movements that mean something. You know, you're trying to communicate. So we talked about a bad example or a rude example, but what's a good example of gesturing? I'm always surprised how good you are at gesturing because you know sign language. Like how, like it's so hard once you know sign language to go back to gesturing. You have a lot of experience and practice. Okay, and out of the 99% of the time, how often do people actually gesture? Oh, really? That's pretty good. Sign duo. You. Well, I hope that helps some of you guys with trying to gesture or trying to interact with a deaf person, but you don't know sign language. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have a comment or an experience you want to share with us involving gestures or involving, yeah. Just comment down below and we'll read those and get back to you. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you guys later. Love you. Bye.
Burritos? Which one? If I were gonna do a burrito, avocado burrito, but add grilled chicken. A second. Good. Chicken or beef? Beef? Sounds good. Like, perfect.
And I'll have your special today, since you're doing it. Thanks.